Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to my Lunch and Learn, where I am joining you every single week to explore topics that will help you elevate your mindset, truly be at your best, and radically expand your life and business. And I am here today talking about purpose and abundance and how you can have an abundant mindset and live a purpose filled life. So, if you have ever felt like life was taking over and you knew you were meant to do more with your life, yet you just couldn't seem to get yourself to it, or you're wearing yourself out from morning till night and you'd like to see yourself living with more ease, more flow, more fulfillment, you just haven't gotten there yet, you're in the right place. So I want to thank you for being here. And I truly, truly do appreciate you. I want to know where you're coming in from. So type that in the chat. And if you're typing in or tuning in by replay, type replay in the chat so we can welcome you here. And also, if it's your first time, let us know first time in the chat. So some of you know me, some of you don't. I'm Larissa McCooch. I am a master results coach and CEO at Abundance Academy. And we help high achieving women uncover their deepest desires and what they're truly capable of. And then we empower them to do it so that they can unapologetically have a life, have a business that they want and actually love. Now, last week, we just finished 5 incredible days in our our Unstoppable You workshop. It was our last free workshop like that we're running. We had more than 100 people from across the globe that took part. And the energy and the vibrations were off the chart. These ladies truly did become unstoppable by the end of the week. And it was incredibly, incredibly rewarding. And I think when people come together, when we come together in experiences like this, in times like this, it is so, so powerful. Okay. It's so important that the power of people combines, because I know when I spend time with other people that are motivating to me, that are stimulating to me, that are giving me or gifting me certain types of information, I always move forward and I always move further ahead. And when my vibration elevates, I'm able to help so many more people. So this is so, so key, to spend time with like-minded people that you respect, that you admire, that you are in a common relationship with. So I've been studying this idea of prosperity and abundance for more than 20 years now. And growing up, I didn't grow up with the concepts that I live today. And my grandparents were immigrants. They saved every single penny they earned to give us a better life and a better opportunity. For that, I'm truly, truly grateful. They sacrificed and worked their fingers to the bone. And they taught my parents, and they also taught me to do the same. My upbringing was, you have to save all your money for a rainy day. There seemed to be a lot of rainy days when I used that term. However, they kept saving and saving and saving and would not spend money. They didn't do things that they found joyful because they would say, "Oh, that's too expensive. Why would you waste your money on that? Why are you even looking at that? It's not on sale." One of the good things that they did teach me is it's better to have one really good thing and keep it rather than just buy junk. So you wouldn't waste your money on a lot of little things. However, it left a mark, and it reminded me and it taught me that I had to hold on to things. And for a long time, it was very difficult for me to let things go. And that is this idea of holding on, this idea of not being able to release, this idea of thinking that you have to earn what other people are paying, or thinking that you have to just fit in a box of some sort versus going for and aspiring for what you really want. That wasn't my way of thinking. So let me know if that's something you can relate to. Yeah, Tanya, welcome from Langley, BC. And I think this is definitely something that a lot of people can relate to. I know that when I stepped into a different way of thinking, I had a difficult time talking to many people. And I want to share this with you because we've all had influences in our lives and people that have planted seeds or created standards for what we think is normal or what we think is acceptable. And it doesn't make it right or wrong. It is what it is. Now, the thing is, if something from your past isn't serving you, I invite you to take a new approach and take one of prosperity, take one of abundance, take one of purpose. Ask yourself, do you want to wake up every single day looking forward to the day that lies ahead? One that's filled with magic moments where you're invigorated, kind of like the Pantene Pro V commercials, where they're just with their hair flipping. That's exciting. Would you like to have more beautiful conversations or be praised for the work you do and have more joy and laughter in your life? And can you imagine having every wish that you made actually turn into bright, vivid reality? And then have that reality be really, really good? Because you can. And they say it's 95% mindset, 5% strategy, and it really is. And that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about the abundant mindset that you need to live your life on purpose and thrive. Now, historically, the concept of abundance and purpose were something that people simply lived. It wasn't something they actively pursued. They lived in harmony with nature. They planted their crops. They tilled the soil. They were hunting. They were gathering, and they had so much to draw from just from their immediate world. Initially, their purpose was simply to survive. They as society developed, as civilization developed, things like trading goods and services, they created areas of specialization and also social tiers. And some people would lead, some people would manage, others would do the work. And all of these roles were important and they were required for the civilization to continue. And generally, as there is today, there were fewer at the top leading, and there were many more working. It looks like a pyramid. And this is because it required different skill sets. And there is a greater divide between the tiers. And so as civilization developed and evolved and things like business came into play in a formal way, in a more formalized way, we have business plans, business structures, there became a greater divide in terms of the thinking or the roles that people played. Even though as humans, we are all born the same way, right? We're born in our birthday suits. We're all born the same way. However, we have certain natural talents and predispositions that we are born with. We're also born with the ability to make choices. And this is a trait that humans have with the conscious mind. Okay, our consciousness allows us to make choices, and the fact that we can make conscious choices differentiates us from the rest of our animal kingdom, who simply reacts or responds to the environment right around them. Now, within the last 100 years or so, this idea of prosperity and abundance has been written about in books and popularized with classics like Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Thomas Troward wrote many pieces of literature. James Allen, Wallace D. Wattles with The Science of Getting Rich. And there was a wonderful parable by George Clason, The Richest Man in Babylon. I just found it on my bookshelf earlier this week, and I'm going to pull it out and reread it. And it has brought what most people sought to understand in a lifetime into a piece of literature that's available for consumption in just a few hours. And it brought this idea of prosperity and abundance to be something that's attainable for all, not just a few that are seeking access to the secret information. Because prior to having books and YouTube and all these resources available, people had to learn from one another. And if they literally did not have a mentor to hold their hand and teach them, they had no ability to even understand what this abundant way of thinking is. They were like my grandparents were, working their fingers to the bone because that's what they were taught to do. That's what they thought was normal. That's what they thought life was about. They didn't realize there was another way, and there absolutely is. Now, abundance is a very large quantity of something, and mindset is an established set of attitudes held by someone. And when you combine it, Abundance mindset refers to this paradigm, to this belief that there's plenty out there for everybody. Now, in this world, we have 7 billion people on the planet. And even though we've got a lot of people, there is still plenty out there for everybody. Okay, Wallace D. Wattles works with this idea of collaboration over competition. And when you start to truly collaborate, that's when you elevate and the other person elevates as well. When you stay in this competitive mindset, like you don't want other people to get your business, you don't want other people to get that job or that opportunity, realizing that the perfect opportunity awaits you, you just have to give it time, and you have to have faith, and you have to be in the right mindset. Then you don't position yourself for receiving it. Okay, so abundance mindset is this idea that there is plenty out there for everybody, including you. So important to live with that. The idea of purpose is the reason for what you are doing. It is why something is created and why something exists. And when you have a purpose-filled life, you are taking action towards something bigger than you. This is something beyond what you've ever imagined. Maybe that is starting a business. Maybe that's buying a weekend property or a villa in Europe. Maybe that is taking your family on a dream vacation. Perhaps that is um, when when you work towards something really big and incredible, maybe writing a book. Perhaps it's impacting a certain amount of people. One of our clients, she's got a goal. One of our newer clients, she has a goal of impacting 1,000 people by the end of this year, 1,000 women. And she is going to do it. She has this beautiful idea, this beautiful concept, and she is on a mission to radically expand her life by helping other people. When there is something bigger than you are truly on purpose. And that, like I said, that looks different for everyone. Essentially, humans were built to want more, and you are supposed to want to be more, do more, and have more. And there is no guilt required for that. Especially as women, sometimes we have this sense of guilt. If I pay attention to myself, what will I do? What will my family think of me? Or I'll be a bad mother. Cancel, cancel, cancel that. If you spend too much time with family or on other people. Okay, we can talk more about guilt another day. I may have even done a live on that recently. But guilt is an emotion that's not necessary, and it doesn't serve us. The idea of guilt and abundance, they don't go together. So when you are in a state of abundance, you are in possibility thinking only. When you're living a purpose-filled life, you are being at your best. You're doing the things that you want to do. You're doing things that bring you meaning and purpose while helping others. And it leads you to having the things that are truly most important to you. Now, this looks different for everyone. An entrepreneur might love solving problems. And the thing is, in business, the bigger the problem you solve, the more money you can earn. So they may, as a result, have more money. And a mother might desire to raise her kids and invest her time in cultivating her household. She may spend her time doing things in her home and with her family, and things like cooking dinner, things like going to school activities, and being available time-wise for her children. And that might be her greatest desire. And if that's living life on purpose, that is incredible. The thing is, you've got to really find what your heart is calling for and do it. And for me, one of the things that my heart has always called for since I've been really young is teaching. I've been teaching formally since I've been 14. And I've been practicing for that role since I was about 4 years old. I'd practice with my siblings. I used to practice teaching dance. I used to practice teaching like phonics and writing. I'd give my little sister exercises. And then when my brothers got old enough, I'd prepare them as well for school. That was fun for me. And I love bringing the things that I've learned that have made a difference to me and translating them to someone else. Even right here, right now, I am teaching. I am living my purpose. And I think the more you live your life on purpose, the thing about purpose is it's so obvious and it's something you can't help but do. You may miss it. And for a long time, I dismissed this idea. And there are things that you are doing in your life that may be living your life on purpose. These are things you just have to do. And these are not avoidance strategies. These are not addictions. It's just things you love doing and you could get absolutely lost in. Whatever those are for you, you want to do more of it. When you start living in your zone of brilliance, when you start using your talents and abilities to make an impact and difference in the world, magic totally does happen. Now, we have I think sometimes we get hung up on this. And one of the things I realized is some people know what their purpose is. Some people have a vision for their future and others don't. And what I did is I created a vision casting workshop because a lot of people that were in my world were like, I want to have a dream. I know I'm meant for more. Where do I start? And I've had clients come back to this 3, 4, 5 times and redo this process that I teach in the workshop. And I've actually recorded some of that process and created a fill in the blank worksheet that is available. So I'd love to gift that to you. If you're finding that you want to create a vision, you know there's more out there for you, you know that you're destined to do more, be more, and have more, then I'd love to gift that to you. I'll pop a link. I'll make sure to have a link popped into the chat, into the thread of this live, of this recording, because it's free. It's free. And I know what a difference this process made to me and it's made to other people. Now, the thing is, sometimes you think you're going to fill out the chart once and it's going to be like, woohoo, eureka, life is organized. It's not necessarily going to happen because as you grow, your desires will change and evolve, and they're going to get more crystallized. So this is a process that you want to come back to again and again and again. So I'm going to be gifting you my vision casting worksheet. And when we run the live workshop again next, we'll make sure to reach out to you and let you know so that you can take full advantage of it. This is a powerful, powerful tool. Now, when you have an abundant mindset, this is going to allow you to love and appreciate the time that you do spend living your life on purpose. It's like you want to live your life on purpose, but if you're having a really scarcity driven mindset or a limited mindset, you're not going to recognize it and you're not going to appreciate it. And that just isn't fulfilling. When you live your life on purpose with this layer of an abundant mindset, you're going to realize and recognize and honor what you are doing with your gifts. Now, what does an abundant mindset look like? What does an abundant mindset look like? An abundant mindset is acknowledging the good. It is recognizing the plenty. If you think about if I had this cup, this jar of water, if it was filled with sand, how many grains of sand would fit in this jar? That's an insane amount. If you think of how many blades of grass can be found in 1 square foot of grass, that is plenty. And sometimes we look at things like our bank account or our houses or the circumstances and the things we perceive to be as assets, and we forget to recognize the plenty that is around us. We have oxygen around us. We have so many opportunities around us. And when you really step and recognize the plenty, you're going to invite more plenty in your life. What you focus on expands. So this is where you start recognizing and acknowledging the good, recognizing and acknowledging what you do have. When you have an abundant mindset, you'll be in collaboration instead of competition, because in this world, there is plenty for all, just like Wallace D. Wattles says in Science of Getting Rich. You're going to be living in a state and attitude of gratitude. You will be mindful of your thoughts and only think and speak that which you truly desire, because you know that's going to create your reality. Everything that you speak from your mouth will turn into reality. Every thought you think will turn into reality, especially if you repeat it. Repeat a lie often enough and it will turn into reality. Now, sometimes these lies are bad things and they can be good things too. So if you're not speaking and uttering good words, start switching it. Now, this takes practice. We've recently, with our clients, just started early morning study calls. And we started these daily calls to study the material and study the work that we do and prepare ourselves for an absolutely outstanding day. Because when you start doing this, you're out of practice. You don't know how, you don't have the skills. So what we do is we practice the skills. We create, we look at the tools, and then we use the tools on a daily basis so that the reality we speak, we actually start to attract. Having faith, knowing that everything is going to work out exactly as it should. When you have an abundant mindset, you will have faith. And it's not faith, blind faith. This is faith based on understanding. You're only going to entertain the possibility of success. And when you're stuck, you're going to go, how can I? You're going to ask, how can I, when you're seeking an answer instead of getting frustrated and stopping. You're going to learn the lessons when things don't go according to plan. You don't need to dwell on the losses. Learn the lessons and move on. You're going to live in a state of curiosity and open-mindedness. You will be generous with your thoughts, your feeling, your time, your money, your compliments. Generosity is so, so important, because when you're generous, you are contributing to others. It's not just giving money. It's not just giving time. It also includes the thoughts you think towards others, the feelings you have, the energy you put towards yourself and other people. When you are generous, you are truly living in an abundant mindset. And my favorite, the icing on the cake, when you're in an abundant mindset, you will be unapologetic. You won't be saying, I'm sorry for things. You're going to live your life the way you've designed and determined. You're going to start focusing on things that are serving you, regardless of what other people think, because the fact is, others won't understand everything. However, when you know what is right in your heart, you will be able to speak your mind freely and be unapologetic in your way of thinking and looking at the world. Now, these are simple concepts and they have powerful, powerful results on the back end. So let me just review. What does an abundant mindset look like? What does an abundant mindset look like? Acknowledge the good, recognize the plenty, be in collaboration versus competition, live in a state and attitude of gratitude, be mindful of your thoughts and only think and speak what you truly desire. You'll have faith. You will only entertain the possibility of success. You'll learn the lessons when things don't go according to your plans. You will be and live in a state of curiosity. You'll be generous with your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, your time, money, and compliments. And you will be unapologetic. So I want to know which one of these appeal most to you. Which one of these speaks the most to you? Pop that in the chat and let me know which one you want to focus on for the day. Because some of these you are already doing. You're probably already doing some of these things. I want you to acknowledge that they are an abundant mindset and bring more of these elements into your world. So if you would like, again, access to my vision casting worksheet, this is a powerful, powerful tool that I've used with many, many people. And this worksheet is going to be a upgrade to you if you already have a vision, or it's going to be a starting point for you to create a vision of your life, the way you want it to be, of your business, the way you want it to be, because you are a co-creator of your reality. It is your job to live the life that you were born and destined to live. And you actually were put on this earth to do beautiful and wonderful things. You were born to turn your dreams into reality, and there's nothing that should stop you. So click the link to register. Okay, there should be a link in the chat thread, and I want you to register and join the just step into the vision casting worksheet, go through this process, and join us for the workshop when we are holding it live. Stay tuned for an email. There will be one coming soon within the next couple of months. We just held a couple previously, so we are on a hiatus from this, but I think this point is so poignant and profound. So with that, you have a beautiful, wonderful day, and I will see you guys again next week for another Lunch and Learn topic. Bye for now.